So one of the most really critical things when you're writing headlines is to get your psychology and your mindset, in the right, to be in the right place. And this is often underestimated. It's often underestimated, I think, in every field of endeavour, is the psychology and mindset part. And one of the things I would encourage you to do is really, consider, and I believe, psychology and the mindset. Like, I can hand two people exactly the same ad, and one person will go away and turn that ad into $1 million, and another person will run that ad, once and never do anything with it. And the only difference there is the mindset and the psychology behind that. So it's really important. I mean, in business and in life, I think psychology is, the 80%, where you can put 20% of your effort and get 80% of your results. So with that in mind, let's look at how to get yourself in the right psychology for actually creating a winning headline. And I guess the first thing is that you've done your prep work. If you can almost see yourself when you're writing headlines as if you're an elite athlete. Now, elite athletes, they train themselves, they're very focused, they're at the top of their game. So to be, great at writing, you need to really consider yourself in a similar sort of fashion. And you need to make sure, number one, that your space is right for writing. So I know I can come into my office, I can sit down, I'm not going to get any distractions, I'm not going to get anyone come in and bother me halfway through or anything like that. I generally turn all the phones off so that I can't be distracted as well. So that's really important, is putting yourself in the right space for creating the headlines. Make sure your office is set up right. Make sure it's ergonomically designed. Your eyes should be, with your computer, just below the center, just below the top of the computer, and that's worthwhile looking into as well, because it's important. It's critical that you have the right space when writing a headline. Now the next thing to really consider is the power of visualization, and you sort of almost need to visualize yourself not just writing a winning headline, but also visualize and think about, just keep in the back of your mind why it's so critical that you create this winning headline. For example, you may be have a golf shop, and you sell all sort of golfing gear. And you think, well, if I can write a winning headline, it's going to put, I'm currently turning over $200,000 a year. If I can write a winning headline and get this ad to where I want it to be, I can be making $400,000 a year or $300,000 a year. And then you go, well, what would that $100,000 actually do for me? And what's that $100,000 going to do for you? It's going to make you. It's going to give you an opportunity to go on holidays. So visualize that holidays. Maybe you want a new car. So when you're writing the headline, keep that visualization in front of you. Maybe cut out a few pictures and just keep that front and center, because there's been numerous books written on this concept, and if you've got a why big enough, you'll find a way to make the how. So if you've got a why big enough, if you want those holidays, if you want that new car, if you want to be able to send your kids to a private school, whatever it is, and you've got that front and center when you're writing your headline, you're going to be willing to dig deep. You're going to be willing to dig deep and create a headline that just kicks butt. And that's really a critical factor in the whole in the whole process of writing headlines. To help you get more customers, I'm giving away a free gift to everyone who watches this video. It's a brand new guide called 7 Ways to Get More Traffic and Customers, which includes a swag of cheat sheets for getting results fast.
Download it for free by clicking the link in the description below this video or visiting moretrafficandcustomers.com.